I'm Dr. Kristen R. Bromley. This Guitar 101 series, which is part of my online music academy, is a beginner through intermediate level guitar course similar to the in-person ones I teach at the university. The course progresses from complete beginner through gaining capability in playing songs in various styles and covers playing chords and melodies and reading chord symbols, tablature, and standard music notation. With the Guitar 101 course, we use 3 of the books from my method book series: Chords and Harmony books 1 and 2, Note Reading books 1 and 2, and Tablature, which are all available for purchase through Amazon and Google Play. Links can be found in the description below or at kristenbromley.com. You are of course welcome to participate in this course with or without the books, but with the books you can play right along with me on all the songs and exercises as intended. Plus, each book comes with exclusive access to additional hours of in-depth video lessons that go with each part of that book. If you find this Guitar 101 series helpful, please like the videos and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's get to jamming in this week's lesson. Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. I'm delighted that you're here. This is lesson 11 of the Guitar 101 series, which goes over sort of the beginning to intermediate level guitar type playing, uses the chords book, the notes book, and the tablature book. And we are going to today use chords, notes, and tabs, of course, like we do in each of these classes. So today we're going to review a little bit with A minor and D minor, F, G7, those are the newish chords that we've been working on in this course, so we're going to do some review with that. But the new thing that we're going to do with chords today is we're going to start working on finger picking. So doing finger picking arpeggios, and that is a great part of guitar playing. With all these chords under our belt and a little bit of familiarity with playing after these weeks of working on playing, we're ready to get that into our playing, which is just so fun and exciting. So that's the exciting new thing there. With note reading, we're going to be doing a review of the first 3 strings, and then I'll introduce just briefly the 4th string, because we're going to start working on reading melodies that are on the top 4 strings. And then in tablature, we're going to continue to work on melodies that have 1/8 notes, dotted quarter notes, that sort of thing in them that make those melodies just a little bit more natural to the way we hear them or think of them or sing. So a lot of great things we're working on today, and of course you should be taking these skills, searching for songs that you want to play and learning how to play those songs too. Songs that are pop songs, songs that aren't in the public domain, that I can't do in this sort of a course, but that I usually teach in private lessons and at the university in the classes where we can get into some of those other things as well. Okay, but you should be doing that on your own, and all of the stuff that we do in here that's with public domain directly crosses over to playing songs that aren't in public domain. So we'll go ahead, jump right in on pages 50 and 51. We're going to start with a review in the chords. We're going to do numbers 9, 10, and 12, practicing with C, F, and G7 especially. So we'll start with America the Beautiful. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up. It has a 1 beat pick up, so I'll sing that and then we'll be in. So, oh beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties, above the fruited plains. America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. So we did that one last time. Hopefully it's kind of a review there. We'll do Kumbaya, which we also did last time. It's got a 2-note pickup, so beats 3 and 4. So I'll just sing that. Kumbaya. And we'll be in. Still using down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Here you go. Kumbaya. Kumbaya. first. You got 1, 2. Kumbaya. Will the circle be unbroken? Number 12. Down, down, up, up, down, up. We'll do this one at a couple of different tempos as well. Start out kind of nice and easy. It's got a 2-note pickup, same as the last one, so I'll sing that and we'll be in. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Take it faster now. So I'll have 1, 2. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I could even take it a little bit faster. Might be kind of fast for where you're at, but we'll go ahead and give it a try. You can always just work that right hand, getting that right hand going faster while muting the chords in the left hand. If you can't do that fast hand switch chords at the same time, then you can back up the video, practice just changing chords at that tempo, and try and put the two together. So, 1, 2. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by, there's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Okay, with that warm up, let's go over to page 55. So skip ahead a bit, and we're going to do number 8, Wayfaring Stranger. It doesn't say this, but we're going to continue to use that down, down, up, down, up strumming pattern. So we get to review A minor and D minor in this one. This one has 3 notes in the pickup, so I'll give us I'm just a poor, and we'll be in. Here we go. I'm just a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe, but there's no sickness, no toil or danger in that Okay, so on to page 56 now. We'll do number 10. This one we haven't done before, so it's a new progression for us. Pop music progression H2, reminiscent of some pop songs out there that use this sort of 1, 6, 4, 5 sort of sound, which is a lot of them. So it's a great one for warming us up with songs that use that kind of progression. We're just going to continue to use down, down, up, up, down, up. We want to make sure and play that first line 3 times, so it repeats twice. So we go through, we see that repeat sign, and we go back, and normally we would just go on after that, but there's a little parentheses there. It says play repeated section 3 times, so we're going to play it 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and we got C, Okay, we'll flip over now to page 58. We'll do number 15. This will be the last one in our review. We're going to practice this one with the capo. So we haven't warmed up with a capo or used a capo yet today. We'll practice a little bit with the capo. I'm going to put this on at the 3rd fret. So we're going to capo at the 3rd fret. We're going to do number 15, Drunken Sailor, capoed at the 3rd fret. This gives us a chance to practice D minor, but it won't be D minor now. Now it's actually going to be F minor. That's the transposition. We don't need to worry about the transposition though. So we're going to have down, down, up, up, down, up, and we'll have what shall we do with the drunken sailor? Down, down, up, down, up. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, early in the morning. Okay, we'll do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, and what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, early in the morning. Alright, let's swing it. Same thing. Down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, ready, and what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, early in the morning. I will take it faster. 1, 2, ready, and what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the notes now. Okay, so in the note reading book, we're going to start with some review. So this will be even more review than we did last time, because we're going to go back to page 11 and do number 5. So we'll read just on the E string, then just on the B string, then those 2 strings together, then we'll do the top 3 strings together, and then we'll take a look at the 4th string. So, starting on page 11 with number 5, the E string pearls. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and E, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, F, 2, E, 2. 3, 4, off. Okay, we'll go on over to page 14. And we'll do number 5, the B string pearls. So yeah, 1, 2, ready, and B2, B2, C, D, B, D, C. Okay, now we'll flip over to page 17, and we're going to do number 14, jumping bean. So you got, we're in 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3. 3 off. Okay, now we'll go on over to page 21, and we're going to do numbers 11 and 12 to review the top 3 strings. Here you go. Starting with Au clair de la lune. 1, 2, ready, and... 4. Okay, number 12. 1, 2, ready, and... 4. Okay, now we're going to go on to page 26, and we're going to do numbers 1 through 4. So we're going to start working on the D string. So we got that note that says just below the staff. I like to call it the down under D, the Aussie note, so to speak, because it's down under. But it sits right down under the staff. D for down under. So that's the open D string. Now we've been working on chords. Sometimes this 4th string gets a little tricky for some students. Maybe it's just an overwhelming nature trying to remember all of these strings. I don't know. But the D, We play that D all the time as the bottom note of our D, D minor, and D7 chords. So that can help if you can recognize where it's there. You can just also remember that's the open D string that correlates with D, D minor, and D7. Then we have the E note, which is at the 2nd fret, bottom line of the treble clef. That one is in our E minor chord and our E major chord. So we could actually just play E minor on the top 4 strings and E major on the top 4 strings if we didn't want to strum all 6. And that E at the 2nd fret would be our lowest note of the chord. So you have an E there, and then the F, which is the bottom note of our F chord, is at the 3rd fret, and that's the lowest space on the staff. So, and we spell F-A-C, so, and then we have an F again. So those spaces, F-A-C, right there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and play number 1. So you got 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Let's read it backwards. Same one, number 1 backwards. 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Let's play it forwards faster. So 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 2. 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, E, 2, F, 2, D, 2, F, 2, E, 2, E, 2, D, 2, F, 2, E, 2, D, 2, 3, 4. Let's play it backwards. 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, F, 2, D, 2, E, 2, E, 2, F, 2, D, 2, F, 2, E, 2, D, 2. Okay, let's play it forwards faster. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, number 3. 1, 2, ready, and... 3, 4, off. Okay, let's do it backwards. 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, 3, 4, F, E, F, D, D, F, D, E, D, E, F, D, E, F, F, E, D. Okay, forwards. 1, 2, ready, and... Okay, we're going to go ahead and play number 4. This is going to combine all 4 strings together. It's going to sound like a D minor scale to us. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and D, 2, E, 2, F, 2, G, 2, A, 2, B, 2, C, 2, D, 2, E, 2, F, 2, G, 2, F, 2, E, 2, D, 2, C, 2, B, 2, A, 2, G, 2, F, 2, E, 2, D, 2, G. faster. 1, 2, ready, and 2. Okay, we'll flip on over to page 28. We'll play a melody. We're going to play Worried Man Blues, number 7. It'll let us practice a little bit playing a melody with this low 4th string added in. So it starts on D. We're on beat 4 in the pickup measure, so I'll give us a 3-beat count in, and then we'll catch beat 4. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll take it just a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to go back to the chords and learn about finger picking now. Okay, so we're back in the chords. We're going to be on pages 61 to 63 as we talk about finger picking. This is awesome. It's exciting to add finger picking. Start getting that finger style, especially the arpeggio finger style into our playing. So this is really cool. We're actually going to start out at the bottom of page 62 and the top of page 63. So this is where we'll be here for a moment as I explain fingerstyle to you. So Pima, you might have heard that, or you might not have, or you might have seen it, but P-I-M-A. What's P-I-M-A? Well, guitar playing started in Italy and Spain, in those areas, and with that, it was a fingerstyle playing. So classical guitar is fingerstyle playing, and that was the original guitar playing, as well as strumming came and singing behind songs. That's always been around as well. So fingerstyle, though, the letters that represent the fingers that we're actually plucking the strings with come from the first letter in the word in Spanish for those fingers. So P, pulgar, is for thumb. So when we see a P written, it's representing the thumb. I equals our index finger, so that one works out because it's the same letter for index as it is for indio. M for middle, same as well, but M equals middle. A is the one that's a little different. It's the ring finger, but having taught at the university level a lot, and having been a college student once myself, having many roommates come home, I got a ring on that finger. So that's the, it's the ring finger, I got a ring on that finger. The excitement of being engaged. So that's the ring finger. A is for the ring finger. P is capital, so it distinguishes the thumb versus the fingers. The uppercase versus the lowercase. Okay, so this matters because we're going to be having finger picking patterns like the one written on page 63 there at the top, where it'll be written out with a rhythmic bar, one measure usually. Sometimes it could be more if the pattern goes longer than that, but one measure of rhythms. just like with our strumming patterns, and then instead of strumming direction being written up above those rhythms, it's the letters telling us which finger to pluck with. So if we flip back to page 61, then we can see the standard placement for our fingers, and I've got it written up here with a little diagram on the board as well. If you look at these as if these are tablature lines, so looking at the guitar as though it's facing you, so just like so. Then we have the thumb plucks the bottom 4 strings. Those are known as the bass strings. If you took some time to think about all the chords that we play, the lowest note of those chords has always been on string 4, 5, or 6. Those are the bass strings. So our thumb plucks the bass note of the chord, which we'll talk about here in a minute, learn where that bass note of the chord is. Readjust my wardrobe a little. But we've got the 4th string, the 5th string, or the 6th string is what our thumb is going to pluck. One of those. It's not going to pluck all 3, but every time we see a P written, it's going to be plucking the bass note, which will be on one of those 3 strings. And we'll learn where that bass note is for the different chords in a minute. But when we're plucking with the thumb, it's sort of a pushing down motion. It comes off the inside part of the thumb and it just brushes down against that string, plucks up the side. You might have been plucking with your thumb for the note reading in tablature anyway, so that would just continue just the same. Okay, so then what do we do with the index, middle, and ring? Well, index is going to always pluck the G string or the 3rd string. The B string is going to be plucked by the middle finger, which is also the 2nd string. And then our top string or the E string is going to be plucked by the ring finger. That's always the case. The pinky isn't going to pluck one, it's just going to move with the ring finger. So index, middle, ring, and our fingers should sit right there nice and easily on the strings. 3rd, 2nd, and top. Index, middle, ring. Just like so. If we were to play an E minor chord, we don't need to worry about having our left hand on, because the lowest note of E minor, which is the bass, is going to be the low 6th string. And then we're not going to play the 2 strings when we're finger plucking that we put a hand on. We're just going to be playing the top 3 and they don't have a finger on. So we're only playing strings without fingers, so we can just let our left hand rest for a moment while we worry about the right hand. So if I pluck that 6th string with my thumb, and then the G with my index, B with my middle, E with my ring. So 6, 3, 2, 1. Doing is plucking those strings, not string 5 or 4, but I've got my index, I've just got them set up on those strings, index, middle, and ring, thumb, index, middle, ring, and you can sort of do that along with me. This is the standard positioning, having these fingers assigned, and I could do a pinch even if I wanted to pinch all 3. Those fingers are going to pluck those strings. That's standard position. You'll see on page 61 that's written up off to the upper right with a little tab diagram. There's some alternate positions that are shown on the left in smaller tab diagrams. When we need one of those as we're playing, we'll talk about them, but essentially it's just a matter of moving fingers to be assigned on different strings, and there's reasons that we might do that, but the standard positioning is what we're going to work on first and what we do the most, so we're just going to stick to that right now, which is the one on the upper right. As we're plucking, taking a look at the bottom of page 61, you're going to get some examples there. The important thing is that we have space to pluck through, and the motion is kind of like a one-handed clap. If you think of like a baby, even my 3-year-old nephew can grabs all the time, and that's a natural motion in our hands. That's where the strength is. Our hands are made to grab and hold on. We don't really have a lot of strength as we flex. What all that's doing is releasing, and it actually puts tension through the hand if we go very far. So our strength is in the grab. We want to maximize that when we're playing the guitar. We want to pluck through with that sort of a motion. So what happens is our left hand, or our right hand, sorry, My left hand's over here. Don't worry, I do know that. When we put our hand out to the side, there's a natural little bit of a break that'll happen. Just a natural curve in the wrist that's comfortable. If we go too far, you're going to feel tension all the way through here. We don't want tension through there. But the natural break, there's a little bit. It's not natural to, like, we have to work to hold it straight up. We don't want to do that extra work. We just want to put it where it would be naturally and have a nice little break. Then our fingers are just going to line up under the big joint. And then they just close. That's the motion for plucking those strings, as they close. And they pluck right off this inside little part. Not straight off the tip, but just a little bit to the side. So just a little bit to the side. And if you have a little nail, that's great. If you don't, that's okay too. But they're just going to pluck, and there's just the closing. And most of the motion comes from the big joint, though we might bend at these other knuckles a little bit. So the thumb pushes down off the side, and when we close, it just looks like one of those little ribbons for a cause, like support the troops or breast cancer or awareness and things like that. But we just push down, we get that little cross, but our fingers come through. So it's just that kind of a motion. On the strings, when we're plucking, we want this joint to be up over the tips. If our fingers are way out here, we don't have room to swing through, but when they're right there, we have room to close. So as I come to the guitar and my arm comes around, I just sort of have that natural break, and my fingers are just sitting right under that joint, and they pluck through. That's the goal. What I see a lot of times as a teacher is what's shown in the left on the page 61 with an X over it, a collapsed wrist. If you collapse, all you've got left to do is like pull your fingers out and flex, and that doesn't work. We want to be able to just pull through. So from wherever our hand is, it might be sitting right at the elbow and coming around, or it might just sit back a little bit and connect onto the guitar right about there. And we just get that natural break, and then we pluck right through. We've got room to do it. You can do something called planting, where we're going to pluck with our thumb, index, middle, ring, reset up our fingers. So put the thumb and the fingers right to where it's assigned. Pluck through again, and then reset up. Pluck through again, then reset up. It's a great activity to do as you're first learning. Okay, if we flip back over to page 63, we see our finger picking pattern, which is actually the one we're doing right there in the example. P-I-M-A. We're doing thumb, index, middle, ring. We need to talk about, though, at the bottom of the page, the bass note of the chord. Because right now we're playing E minor, but if we were going to play a different chord, we would need to know what note to pluck. Basically, the bass note is the lowest note of the chord. And so it's the lowest note that we play in the chord, and that's all there is to it. When we're playing a G chord, the lowest one that we play is the 6th string. When we play an E minor, the lowest one we play is the low 6th string. Same for E7, same for E major, same for G7. I had to think for a second. We have chords like C, where we have to pluck the 5th string because it's the lowest note of the chord. That's the case in C, that's the case for B7, that's the case for any of the A chords, A minor, A7, A major. So we have examples down there that all show those. For the 4th string, we have our D chords. The D is the lowest on the 4. Top 4 strings, that's the D, D minor, D7. So our thumb's going to pluck that 4th string. Same thing with F. So the thing is that A minor, and A7 all have the same root note. They all have the same starting note, and that's going to be the bass note of the lowest note of the chord. So we have an example shown there for A minor pointing to that 5th string. That's also going to work for A7 and A major. So the B7, if we had a B minor, it'd be the same, that sort of thing. C, if we had other types of C chords, it'd be the same. For the D7, though, that's shown, it's going to be the same for D minor and D, as I demonstrated, because they all have that D at the bottom. And then E, E minor, E7, same thing. We have F. And the G, same thing as G7. They're all going to have that same one. There's another trick to remembering where the bass note is, and that is, this is a low E. The 6th string, we know when we tune it, it's an E. So any of the E chords, that's going to be our lowest note. So that's E, E minor, or E7. Then A, we know that the 5th string is an A, so any of the A chords, it's going to be the same exactly. We got the A major, A7, A minor, they're all going to use that open A string. And then the D is the 4th string, so any of the D chords, D, D7, D minor, are all going to use that one. For the rest of the chords that we play, it's the lowest place on the guitar, the lowest string that we have a finger on. So like with G, the lowest one we have a finger on is the low 6th string. For C, the lowest one we have a finger on is the 5th string. For B7, the lowest one we have a finger on is the 5th string. For F, the lowest one we have a finger on is that 4th string. So that's the way that that works. So when we're playing the different chords, the index, middle, and ring are going to always pluck the same strings. Index is going to always pluck the 3rd, middle is going to always pluck the 2nd, ring is going to always pluck the top, but the thumb is going to change depending on what the bass note is. So if we flip on over to pages 64, we're going to be doing fingerpicking pattern number 1. Now there are 21 patterns here, and then over on the next page there are a few more. So all in all, 30 patterns written right here in the book. These are all really great patterns to use to play different songs. We have some for 4/4 time, we have some for 3/4 time, and then we can actually manipulate ones in 3/4 for 6/8 time. So we've got what we need to play almost anything that might come our way. We're going to work today on number 1, and then as the weeks progress with these Guitar 101 lessons, then we're going to be working on more each time. So number 1 is the P-I-M-A. First way to learn one of these patterns is just as we were doing it before with E minor, because we don't have to have the left hand on. So you want to practice that if you haven't. Hopefully you were. We're just going to repeat that over and over. P-I-M-A. Happens twice per measure. We just do it until we get comfortable. The planting technique I was talking about can help with this one. Rather than to each time like try and find where they are, we really want our wrist to just sort of stay where it is and let our fingers re-find those strings. Okay, we're going to try putting it into some of these chord progressions, which are on page 65. We're going to first do numbers 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll finish off with number 6. That's what we'll do today. You can work on more of these, and we'll start applying them to songs as well. But for right this moment, we're going to just start with number 2. So it's going to be twice per measure. So we do the A, D, and E7. That's what we're going to be playing here. Twice per measure, so meaning P-I-M-A, switch to the next chord. So here we go on number 2. Actually, let's just get it going. Just get on an A chord, get that pattern going in the right hand, and then we'll worry about changing chords. So getting it going on the A, pluck that 5th string for the A, we're going to pluck the 4th string in the bass for the D, and 6th string in the bass for the E7. Here we go. So we're going to have A, up to D, back to A, E7, back to A, D, E7, number 3. We're just going to get it going on D. Just get that pattern going on D, and then we'll go through. Here we go. We got D, G, D, A7. or just strum the chord. Okay, we'll do number 4. Get it going on G. Here we go. So you got G, C, G, D7, G, C, D7, G. We'll finish off with number 6. So E minor, A minor, and B7. Starting with E minor. Just get that going on E minor. Here we go. E minor, A minor, E minor, B7, E minor, A minor, D7, E minor. Okay, let's go over and do some tablature. Should be a great introduction on fingerstyle. We're going to continue to do it in each lesson. We'll start applying it to songs and so on. But let's go over and do some tablature now and take a little bit of a break from this. Okay, so in the tablature we'll be on pages 30 and 31. We're going to review some of these songs we've done before. Starting with number 35, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and... Rest. Okay, we'll do number 36, Mockingbird Song. 1, 2, and 3, go, and... rest. Number 37, Dulcimer. I'll give us a 3-beat count off and then we'll catch the pickup note. So 1, 2, 3. 3, rest. Okay, we'll do number 38, Hey Ho, Nobody Home. Remember to do the repeat when you get to that second to last measure on the second line. 1, 2, ready, and... 2, Okay, let's turn the page. We'll go over to pages 32 and 33. We'll do some new songs. So, starting with number 39, I Need Thee Every Hour, great old hymn. I'll give us 3, 1, 2 in the count off, and then we'll be in the pickup measure. So, 3, 1, 2. Okay, the Camptown races. This one is on both pages 32 and 33, so make sure to go over to page 33 after you get done with the second line on page 32. So I'll give us 3 beat count and then we'll catch beat 4 in the pickup measure. 1, 2, 3. 3. Four. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, rest. 3. 2, 3, rest. So that one had a little bit of syncopation in there, and we're going to start seeing more of that as we continue to progress through the book. But just to demonstrate, in the second measure in the last line, the second half of that measure goes da da ba, or that second to last measure in that last line. 1 and 2 and 3, so it sort of goes against the natural pulse, and we're going to start seeing more and more of that. We have a teeny bit of that in Rocka My Soul, so we'll finish off the tablature here with Rocka My Soul. So you're going to have 1, 2, retti, and. Okay, so go ahead and go back to the chords. We'll do just a little bit of the chords as we finish off this lesson. So we're going to start on page 53 and do number 4. This one will give us an opportunity to practice with our finger-picking pattern in a song. So we're going to do number 4, 900 Miles, with that pattern. P-I-M-A. We're going to try and speed it up just a little bit. Go for it. Here I'm walking down the track. I got tears in my eyes, trying to read a letter from my home. If that train go on over to page 59 and we'll do numbers 16 and 17, finish off with a little bit of strumming. So get back into that strumming. We're going to have, with Battle of Jericho, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. For that A minor to the B7, second to last measure, down, down, up, down, up. So we want to catch that B7 on the first up. Joshua fought, 1, 2, ready, and Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down. Alright, we'll do number 17, down, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, up, 3, up, 1, 2, 3. In other lessons outside of this series at some point here. Okay, so turn over to page 60 and do number 19. I'm going to go down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Lots of places with 2 chords per bar. So we want to make sure and keep that strumming pattern going. I've got a mule. Be a nice little challenge for us here at the end. 1, 2, ready, and I've got a mule, her name is Sam, 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old walker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We've hauled some Rodgers in our day, filled with lumber, coal and hay, and every inch of the way I know, from Albany to Buffalo. Oh, Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, we're a-comin' to a town. You can always tell your neighbor, you can always tell your pal, if you've ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Okay, a little bit of a challenge there at the end. Alright, I hope you're having a blast doing the guitar. We learned some good new things today. Cool and fun new things that we'll continue working on in the next lesson. So in the next lesson, we'll keep working on fingerstyle. We'll learn some new patterns. We'll apply them to songs. We'll continue to work on the chords and strumming and the note reading and the tablature. And we're just getting into where hopefully you're really starting to get a grasp on playing this guitar. So hope you're having fun. Learn some songs that you want to learn, and take care. We'll see you next time. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.